Yep. Everybody back with us? Switch to a different phone. Now we get to see Zeke.
Yeah. Got him. Okay. There's a bird up here, Bailey? Oh, it's just right up there. On top of the hill, or? Where the tall posts are, or whatever. Got it. Okay. Okay, John, be sure and tell everyone to tune in on Monday for a very special episode.
Okay, we will.
Yes.
We have a special guest on Monday. She's from Oklahoma. She's not from South Africa.
That's true.
So, okay, so we're back out here with Zeke. Fast turnaround. Appreciate everybody sticking with us. This is supposed to change your boredom and show you a few things. And while we're everybody's sitting around their house hiding from the bugs, we're all still out here working and doing our deal.
Yep.
So there's Zeke. Hopefully his owners are watching. All right. So who has the birds now?
There's a bird right there.
Okay, so there's a bird right over here, and Zeke's more advanced, much more advanced than the last dog. So I'm just going to turn him loose and let happen what happens. He may run over the bird. He may, stop and point it just fine. But at this point, we're going to let happen what happens because he's been through all this stuff, and the levels he's going to be on is a little higher just because of the way he reacts to the electrical current. He likes it. No, I'm just kidding. He has a high tolerance for it, and it's just his breeding. So the other part of this is that the corrections, when they happen, will be exactly like they just happened with the other dog. This dog is just more advanced. He understands it. He's been taught. Go ahead. Chris.
Yancey said, well, he is a GSP.
Oh, he is a GSP, Chris Yancey said. Okay. Yep. Okay, so we're just going to go around here. Whoa. Now, I just told him, whoa, to stand here because he can't move now. I did not, whoa, there's a correction right there. To set these dogs up, the more we get corrections, the better they get at it, the more they learn. All right. So we're going to stand here and let him look around. They said there's a bird up there somewhere. And he's not sure what to do here because we usually just don't stand here. So I'm just trying to let you guys see that what happens when you're not prepared for everything. That bird might have walked off too.
There's another one out there.
Okay.
There's a higher up, Bailey? It could have went a little bit further, but last I had it was right up here.
They're discussing where the bird is, and they say it may be a little higher. This is something that happens all the time, that we have these discussions where the bird possibly, because he's run around the bird twice. He just hasn't ran over or smelled it yet. And he's not going to be expecting to see it out there in the middle of that flat field. Stop to flush. Go ahead and shoot in the air. So these are things we just let happen. He can't move now. If he moves at all, I'm going to correct him with whoa. You notice we didn't say a word. And I want to point out that most people, if they knew where that bird was, when he made that turn and started working in, the wind's blowing this way. He smelled it over there, went around this way to come back to catch a scent, popped the bird up. What a lot of people would have done would woed him back here. Don't do it. That's what teaches him to be staunch. That's what teaches him to look like this. And good breeding. But I mean, it's if you start wooing them into every situation, they'll look like junk. So. Now, these dogs, for the field trials that we run, he's waiting for me to grab him or turn him loose. We teach them to where they can be collared. So he has to stand still like that, either I grab his collar, or we walk this way. And part of the things that we're doing with him too is that we can call him out, because I want him to be able to do both. Zeke. Whoa. Now he can't go back to that bird. That bird is right there. I'm in training. I'm not going to make it easy. This is difficult. That bird, he saw it come down the tree, and if he goes that way, I'm going to turn him sharply back this way. I want him to go this way. So how I set that up, I bring him out here. I got him whoa. I'm going to walk forward. Zeke, take him on. Because I'm trying to direct him away from that bird, I can say all right, but by using his name, the question was, why would I not say all right there? Part of it is, if I said all right, he may have taken off right to that bird. So I'm just trying to direct him away from that bird landed. And it doesn't matter if you're hunting, a hunter, or if you are field trial and hunt test, whatever you're doing, it's a great thing to teach your dogs to go away from the birds went, because what happens a lot of times, what if that was a hen pheasant and you have all this country out here to hunt and the hen goes that way? Well, you don't want your dogs trained or have a habit of going where the last bird went. It's just a problem. So we teach all the dogs, gun dogs, trial dogs, whatever they are, to go away from the last bird where it flew that we didn't shoot. I'm going to try to shoot this one. Another tip real quick, Kevin, I'm going to tell you this. You see my hands? I keep my hands like this 90% of the time on the transmitter, because when we're training, we're teaching, and if I'm not ready to enforce things I need to enforce, you can't train like this. You can't train with it hanging on a holster. And I've done that. In the video I had it in my holster, but I learned a long time ago I got much better by putting it in my hand all the time. If it's cold, I put my hand in my pocket on the transmitter. It's a big tip for everybody. It's important. So and I'm actually going to walk in front with him. I don't like to, when they get to this point, I don't advance, being this advanced, I don't want to hover over the dog. I want to be in here in front. And a lot of people will do this once they get more, stand there waiting. I mean, they know that. Don't do that. When they get more advanced, get away from them. Go ahead. I think Jessica put that bird in those thorn bushes just for you, Kevin. He sees it. Okay, if it's going to run, we can walk it right back to him if it's not going to fly well. If you can. Shoot in the air. Shoot in the air. Okay, the bird landed at about 30 yards that way. You want to turn around and show him the bird? It's right there. So now go turn it back and look at the dog. And this is where we teach this turning away from him. If I walk up to him right now, he's going to believe there's a possibility I'll let him go. If I grab his collar, I might get a correction, so I'm going to try that first. And this is going to be, I know he's not going to come right to me real good. Okay, so I want him to be able to stand there where I grab his collar. That's not a release. So this is something I'm giving free today. Watch the dog. Zeke. Zeke. Okay, see, I don't have his attention. Where does he want to go? Right over there to that bird. So if I had a check cord, I'd give him a pop right now. I don't want to use a collar with him on this right now. So what I'm going to do is walk up to him. Zeke. Zeke. All I'm doing is getting his attention. Whoa. So there's another thing. Your dog has to, that was no stimulation, just a whoa to stop him. So I'm going to take him back this way. Maybe we can find the bird over there, but we'll just make a circle back that way and see if we can find that bird in the trees. Okay. Zeke. Zeke. All right. Zeke. Zeke. So real quick, what is the dog? You guys are all right? We got the South Africans going crazy over here. That's fine. Leave it there. So right there is something to remember. So I have helpers out here. The dog wants to go over there, and my help's running over there. So where's the dog going to really want to go? Does that make sense? See. All right. All right. It's getting plumb balmy out here. Zeke. Zeke. So Kevin, I'm going to try to flush that bird out if you want to try to kill it. It's going to have to walk out of this tree. Okay, just go ahead and flush it right there. You'll be able to flush it there. He's not going to see it, Kevin. Just shoot in the air. He's not going to see it if you flush it. Just shoot in the air. Okay. We'll go out here and throw him a dead bird. So this is stuff that happens all the time. We couldn't get the bird to fly. He's not going to see it, so there's no reason to shoot it. But I want everybody to notice what we said to the dog. We didn't say nothing. And that's the point that I'm trying to get people to see, is that if you train properly, it works if they understand it. And the techniques we show in the videos in our clinics and stuff that we use on people's dogs, it works. Francois, tell me again your experience.
Well, we've come a long way to come and have a look, and thanks for the opportunity. But what we have seen in the last couple of days of being here, it's absolutely amazing, the transition from a dog that comes that doesn't know much to where we are. We see Zeke today. It's a huge improvement on anything we've seen where we're from.
So, do you see a difference in the abuse of the dog?
There was no abuse, there's no hollering at the dog or screaming at the dog, as you call it. Never see the dogs being fought with or being manhandled. The techniques are absolutely amazing, and it works. It works really well.
So yeah, we love the dogs, and we want people to be able to take this with them and train their dogs this way too.
Thank you for the opportunity. We most definitely will.
Yep.
What are you seeing with the gun-shy dogs, Francois?
Yeah, the gun-shy dogs. What are you seeing?
The gun-shy dogs, obviously the dogs will work wrong from start, and the techniques of fixing it is amazing. The result within a day, within 2 sessions, absolutely amazing. If it's done correctly, of course.
Yep. And we're actually letting these guys try a couple dogs that we have in the kennel, and you know, the dogs are doing great, but they're just starting to speak a different language. It's hard to understand the dogs sometimes now. But no, they're doing good. So, but anyway, so we're going to throw a bird up. This is something that happens in hunt and test field trials, and we want Zeke to have a little retrieve. And the interesting thing is, we're going to throw this bird up this way, and what's right over that hill? This is things you always have to think about. What's right over that hill? Yep.
What birds are we using today?
These are bobwhite quail. Okay, watch the dog. So I'm not going to warn him here. If he wants, whoa, I want corrections out here in training. That's why we're here. Okay? You want to shoot? I missed that one right there. Zeke. He doesn't get to retrieve. Whoa. We'll get it again. Do it again. Anytime your dog makes a mistake, don't let him retrieve. Don't make it a habit of letting your dogs retrieve all the time. To have a broke dog, you need to be able to do this. Even if you shoot the $7 bird, it's okay. Yeah, it'll save you a lot of money. As some of the, see, the Beckleys, they told us that, didn't they? We're going to do it again. See, just doing this stuff around the dogs all the time. When they're, I mean, he's young and green, and when you're doing this stuff all the time, you're, Jessica, throw me that bird, so I'll make him break. Just be ready. So we'll walk up to him on the other side. Tempt him, tempt him. Count to 5. This is something we do in the clinics all the time, count to 5. I used to say 10, but I lost my ability to count past 5. All right. Jessica, you want to do the retrieve?
Here.
Okay, right here's a good place. Hard mouth. What did you say to him?
Whoa.
What does that do to him?
Gets his attention on me.
Did he used to eat birds?
Yes.
Everyone.
Very hard mouth dog. Very hard mouth dog. So tell him whoa. Keep his mental focus on me. And then when I'm ready to take, simple give. Whoa. And a dog like this, I'm not going to play with or tease because he is hard mouth.
Tell him whoa.
Whoa. Whoa. So we have a question.
Was that just a back foot move or an actual forward movement?
Forward movement.
Oh, the back.
That was forward movement. It was, if he'd done this, I wouldn't have done anything, but he did this.
That was an A ball.
Yeah, Amy Ball, you got it. Still looking for that mouse. Okay. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed that. So tomorrow, Monday. We won't be out here till Monday. So we're going to, you can let go.
We're going to have a special guest on Monday. You don't want to miss it.
Yep.
Katie Kate.
Katie Kate. She's 13 and a half years old. And we're going to bring her out and shoot a bird for you guys. And she's a very special little dog. She's just a good girl. A lot of fun.
Yep, it's just for general funness on Monday. Come watch. It'll be super.
Hope everybody enjoyed that. Hope you learned something. Keep watching. We put on a YouTube video yesterday about collar wise, and sign up for that. Subscribe to that. And we're going to be giving away a free clinic. We're still having our clinics, and we're thinking about adding in more because our field trials are all done. They're all canceled, but we're not. We're all still here. God bless everybody. Take care of yourself and your families.
All right.
Bye.
Come on, Pete.